Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for July 1st, 2014. It looks like we're going to be starting off July on a very stormy note with the threat for showers and thunderstorms, hot and humid conditions, and even a slight impact from what will be eventually Tropical Storm Arthur. So we have a lot to talk about this morning, so let's get to it. Currently, temperatures this morning range from the lower to mid 70s over the far northern interior and upper 70s to lower 80s throughout the rest of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. Those dew points are on the rise, ranging from the upper 60s to lower 70s, which means it's about to get a lot more humid this afternoon. As far as temperatures this afternoon, they should range anywhere from the upper 80s to lower 90s, but feel more like the mid to upper 90s because of that increasing humidity in the atmosphere. Winds will be from the southwest. Right now they're around 5 to 10 miles per hour. That will increase to 10 to 15 miles per hour by this afternoon under a strengthening southwesterly flow. Now let's take a look at the surface map and basically get all the players in line here. So here's our tropical depression number 1 with about 1008 millibar low. This will eventually be Arthur. I say eventually because right now it's rather disorganized, but it's starting to show signs of becoming better organized. I'll show you why in the water vapor satellite picture. So that's part of this equation right here. The next part of the equation is this cold front with waves of low pressure. So basically what's going to happen here is that we're having a race between this cold front and the associated upper level trough and our tropical depression, which will be eventually a tropical storm. The question that basically lies for the northern mid-Atlantic is how fast does a cold front move? The faster the cold front moves, the more likely this tropical storm, eventually, never even reaches the coastal waters of New Jersey because it gets kicked out into the Atlantic. However, ahead of this cold front, the moisture from this tropical low will funnel up the cold front. And that is going to make for some very interesting thunderstorms with the potential for some very heavy rainfall on Thursday. Now, not everyone's going to see this rainfall. It's going to come in waves, but it's going to basically be like as if you're in the Caribbean, where you get some of those thunderstorms where some locations see barely anything and other locations just get pounded with heavy rain hour after hour as it trains over the same location. So it's going to be a very active 66 hours with widespread showers and thunderstorms developing tomorrow afternoon, continuing on through Thursday, and then the question comes whether this impacts the 4th of July weekend, specifically 4th of July on Friday. So I'm going to break all that down for you in the next few minutes. On the latest radar, well, not much really going on here. We do have some disturbances out west, and you see these disturbances out here. This is what's left of some very powerful thunderstorms over the Great Lakes. Now, these disturbances will push towards the northern mid-Atlantic, towards the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, and could spark off a few isolated showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. I stress the word isolated there, but these thunderstorms, considering how humid and unstable the atmosphere is going to be getting this afternoon, will be capable of some very heavy downpours, frequent lightning, and wind gusts over 40 miles per hour. Even some hail if we get enough cold air at the mid-levels with some of these disturbances. So it's something to keep an eye on with a few of these isolated thunderstorms popping up. Most locations will remain dry and rather humid and uncomfortable with temperatures again right around 90 degrees. Now, this is the summer, mind you, so temperatures in heat around 90, yeah, it's uncomfortable, but let's not get out of hand. This isn't record-breaking in any way, shape, or form. We're basically looking at, 2 days, maybe 3 if you count Thursday, of uncomfortable weather conditions for the northern mid-Atlantic, and then we go right back into a very comfortable weather pattern for this upcoming weekend. So let's take a look at the infrared satellite picture. And basically, let me get rid of this one image here. Basically, what we have setting up here is our tropical depression starting to get a little bit better organized. Now, most of the thunderstorms are focused to the south of the low-level circulation, which we'll zoom in on just a moment. For now, what you can see here is clearly a southwesterly flow starting to develop here. For the most part, you can see those strong to severe thunderstorms over the Great Lakes piling pile driving through the Great Lakes and then weakening rapidly in what's currently still a northwesterly flow aloft for the northern Mid-Atlantic, and that's what's allowing these disturbances to weaken and collapse. But that is going to start to abate as our ridge builds over the east coast. And that's why this afternoon you have a better threat for isolated thunderstorms than what you did yesterday. And then as this cold front approaches and moisture is drawn up the coast, you're going to see these thunderstorms becoming more widespread as we move forward through tomorrow and especially on Thursday. As far as our tropical depression is concerned, well, here's the low-level circulation right here. And it's a tightly wound circulation. It's well developed in that respect. Here's all your thunderstorms on the south side. What we're going to be looking for development throughout the afternoon is for these showers and thunderstorms to start to establish themselves. If we start to see that this afternoon, then that means that our tropical depression is strengthening and a tropical storm is on the way. So that's basically what we're going to be watching for. Now notice when we take a look at the water vapor satellite picture, in just a moment, there we go, and we'll get rid of this last image here. Okay, key point here, and I'm going to zoom in on this. You see the upper level winds here? We no longer have this strong shear that was over this tropical depression. Now we have what is starting to establish is an outflow boundary, which is normal for these tropical systems. You have air exiting or moving away from the center of circulation, which means warm air is rising, condensing via evaporation and cooling. You're getting latent heat release going on. And then the cool air that is a result of that process is being evacuated out away from the center. So that is basically what you're seeing in these upper level winds here, which means we are starting to clearly start to see the beginning stages of intensification for this tropical depression. It's only a matter of time until it becomes a tropical storm. Now, with this signature, there is an outside chance that you see rapid intensification here, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. These tropical lows can be very tricky, and so as a result, you can never let your guard down in respect of intensification. But there's a reason why I'm fairly confident of the forecast I have in place with clearing skies by the time we get to Friday afternoon. This trough is very strong. This trough is featuring a strong southwesterly component on the eastern edge, and it is moving progressively at a nice pace for this time of year. So what I think we're going to see here is that this cold front and the associated trough is going to interact with this tropical low pressure system, which should be a tropical storm by tomorrow afternoon. And this moisture with this tropical low pressure system will be drawn up the coast. Thus, these showers and thunderstorms will feature very high tropical characteristics with very heavy downpours, occasional to frequent lightning, and wind gusts over 50 miles per hour. I don't think hail is going to be a threat because this is a tropical air mass, and as such, it's a very warm air mass typically, and not one that features hail, but does feature very heavy downpours and strong wind gusts. So this cold front is going to move along, and it's going to move at a slow but steady pace, and by the time we get to Friday morning, I think that this cold front in the trough will be off the coast. And this tropical low pressure system will start to become entrained in this trough and driven out into the northern Atlantic. And that's why I see the miles starting to pick up. The other aspect that you have to remember with these type of systems is that the miles typically over-enhance the western side of these tropical low pressure systems. And the fact of the matter is that you're having a lot of dry air driving in towards the coast on Friday morning. So typically what happens, and it's not forecast until about 24 hours out, is that the western edge of these tropical systems collapses and that the rainfall is nowhere near what was forecasted 48 or 66 hours out ahead of the event because the western edge of these tropical systems collapsed under the influence of dry air coming in from the coast. So a lot of these factors come into play, which comes in with experience with these tropical systems. So this is why I do not think 4th of July is going to be lost. Some showers in the morning, and then we clear out in the afternoon just in time for your fireworks. So let's take a look at the latest model guidance using the European model guidance from the Penn State EWOL website. Again, for this afternoon, high pressure is generally in control. Watch out for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s. For tomorrow, Same scenario, but a higher threat for showers and thunderstorms because the cold front's going to be further to the west. So, should I say to the east? So, it's basically going to be located around western Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, we have tropical moisture moving up the coast, which we can see very nicely here at 850 millibars. So what we will experience is an increase in showers and thunderstorm coverage. Temperatures will range from the upper 60s to lower 70s for lows. High temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s. A few mid 70s for lows, should I say, in the urban areas. Something to really keep an eye on. Overall, it's just going to be a muggy, uncomfortable, hot day with the threat for showers and thunderstorms. Even more thunderstorms will be a threat, though, on Thursday. Why? The cold front will be pressing right into the northern mid-Atlantic. We'll have our tropical low-pressure system approaching the southeast coast. All that moisture is drawn up the coast, and so you get widespread showers and thunderstorms. And some of those thunderstorms will be strong to even possibly severe. Primary threat, though, will be heavy rainfall with these thunderstorms. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Here we are on the 4th of July. Our cold front is now off the coast. Our tropical system is kicked out into the Atlantic. Notice at 700 millibars on 4th of July evening, we have very, very dry air building into the coast. This tells me what we should see here is showers in the morning, followed by clearing skies from west to east on Friday afternoon. So if you have plans on Friday afternoon, do not cancel them. I think the further east you are, if you're in eastern Long Island or eastern Connecticut, you'll still have lingering showers in the afternoon. But by the evening, everybody clears out. And skies will clear, humidity will fall. Temperatures on Thursday, we'll start with Thursday first. Lower to mid 70s for lows, upper 80s to lower 90s for highs. Friday, low temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s, high temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s as that dry air builds in. So it's going to be a very comfortable weather conditions on 4th of July evening. And then high pressure will be in control for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with scattered cloud cover and temperatures pretty much seasonable for this time of year with low temperatures in the lower to mid 60s, upper 50s over the interior, and high temperatures in the mid 80s. So the moral of the story here is that 4th of July is not a washout. It's going to be very close on Friday morning with some scattered showers. The bulk of the rainfall will be on Thursday with about an inch to 2 inches of rain expected throughout the region, and the threat for some rather strong thunderstorms on Wednesday and Thursday. By the time we get to Friday afternoon, everyone starts to clear out and we start to improve in our weather very dramatically. If you're going towards the coast, though, on 4th of July and for the weekend, watch out for strong rip tides and also very rough surf. So it's not exactly going to be the best day to go out and best conditions to go out into the ocean with those rip tide concerns. But other than that, clear skies, comfortable weather conditions. That's your forecast for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.